Over the last 2 decades, around 130,000 casualties of landmines were reported. Most victims include civilians at 76%, where tragically around 40% were children.
The Halo Trust charity set the group a challenge of testing if this sensor could be deployed in Angola. So to test this, we as a group had a box of sand to test if the sensor could detect objects buried within the sand.
So in this project we looked at using millimeter wave frequency modulation radar for detecting landmines buried in ground. We looked at distinguishing between different materials, objects at different depths, and we confirmed our results with blind tests which were pre-programmed and didn't involve human decision.
So the motivation with FMCW radar is to find a new method of landmine detection that could help in situations where typical detection methods such as metal detectors wouldn't be able to detect landmines such as non-metallic landmines.
So the challenge to detecting landmines is a lot of landmines nowadays are plastic and buried underground, which makes it quite hard to detect using metal detectors. So usually a ground penetrating radar is used, which is quite bulky and expensive. So we've been using smaller and cheaper FMCW radar to try and do the same job. So I was visualising the data we took using surf plots, which could be helpful in the future for visualising where landmines could be.
So the group actually found really exciting results when we buried a copper plate that would represent a landmine. So we buried the plate at varying depths and we could detect a difference in the sensor's result based on that, which is exciting.
I think the biggest skill that having an in-person project like this year after COVID has really developed in me is within the meetings, within the group, talking to people, and it's a lot easier online. You have a lot of time to think about what you're going to say and you can pre-plan it, whereas in person you have to learn how to speak and read a room and chat together with people, and that's really developed for me.
So previously we've used the FMCW radar for asset integrity inspection of surface and subsurface detection. And when we received this challenge from the Halo Trust, when they were speaking about this, we were really inspired because the use of the FMCW radar can lead to a huge positive impact on the planet here and save lives, literally. So the skills that these guys have learned through this project has really set themselves up, whether they're moving into a PhD as one of them wants to do or within industry. And the skills they've learned is really going to catapult them to be able to successfully make a dent on the world and really have some high impact in whatever they choose going forward.